Dear colleagues, I welcome you. Let me introduce you my report named Fuzzy 7x6 Matrix Model for Strategic Enterprise Analysis. We reported a similar model on the 4x6 matrix 3 years ago at this conference, and now it is time to radically develop the model in the interest of more targeted strategic analysis of organization. What is a 4x6 matrix model? The lines in it are strategic perspectives, resources, processes, relationships, and effects. And the column are strategic cards, threats, opportunities, BSC, risks, chances, solutions. At the intersection of rows and columns, KPI indicators are allocated in the form of linguistic variables connected to each other by fuzzy logical connections. We need to adjust the 4x6 matrix, bringing it into 7x6 level, which is caused by the following considerations. First one, an approach based on relationships with multiple stakeholders, see the slide, dictates the need to build two types of processes: the creation of values and their transmission to consumer of various goods. Second one, the values themselves, which are produced and transmitted, require independent identification and display in indicators. As a result, we increase the number of strategic perspectives and redefine them. Thus, in the new edition, the 7 strategic perspectives are defined as following, from the bottom to the top. Corporate culture. Second one, quality of resources from the stakeholders. Third one, quality of value creation processes. Fourth one, the value themselves. Fifth one, the quality of value transmission processes. Sixth one, satisfaction of key stakeholders. And seventh one, effects. As a result, taking into account the mutual value transmission between the company and its stakeholders in the equivalent exchange mode, in the model gives the company the opportunity to transform its corporate culture into an area of higher vibrations, increase efficiency and quality of work. Along with redefining the strategic perspectives in the 7x6 matrix model, it seems appropriate to limit the number of indicators in the model in order to maintain its visibility. In this report, we propose to include 64 indicators in the BSC, Boston matrix, which are distributed across perspectives in accordance with Newton's binomial expansion, which is presented on this slide. This normalizing approach allows us to focus on just 6 key stakeholders: customers, suppliers, banks, shareholders, staff, and governments. The closest analogy to a map constructed in this way is a classic fault tree in a system containing 6 binary elements, the total number of states of which system is just 64. In this regard, it is also appropriate to recall the classical Chinese book of changes, the I Ching. As in the 6x4 matrix, the 7x6 matrix, there are maps of risks and chances, and inherited from the BSC map, both along with KPI nodes and along the arc connections with them. There is bijective correspondence between the maps. In the identification of risks and chances is tied to strategic goal set in the company. If the company has tree of goals, then it must be decomposed, and the corresponding sub-goals must be described according to the strategic perspectives and linked to KPIs. The risk is a negative opportunity for the organization to work with efficiency below the standard established by the sub-goal. On the contrary, a chance is a positive opportunity to demonstrate performance well above the KPI level for a sub-goal. Risks and chances can be assessed quantitatively by representing the expected effect and the corresponding standard as a fuzzy numbers of an arbitrary type. If risks is an organization grow uncontrollability, it is necessary to take corrective measures in a positive and negative feedback mode. If the decision is anti-risk, then the feedback is negative. If the decision is pro-chance, the feedback is positive. It is appropriate to package each strategic decision into a project and model such a project using adapted fuzzy indicators, for example, the expected IRR in triangular fuzzy form. In conclusion of our report, we need to say a few words about the approaches to fuzzy modeling of relationships between indicators in a matrix. There are three modeling options available. First one, traditional function algorithm version. For example, the classical DuPont formula does not require fuzzy interpretation. Second one, if we linguistically describe the factors in the model and carry out their quantitative granulation, then the representation of connections in the form of fuzzy products of the if-then type is completely justified. These rules can be represented in the format of two-dimensional and multi-dimensional matrices. Finally, it is possible to blur the parameters in communication model, and then the connecting function, fuzzy function of arbitrary form. For example, a parabolic lens that established a zone of parametric stability in the resilience efficiency coordinate space. So, that's all for us. Thank you for your attention, and we are ready to answer your questions. Thank you.